notice I mentioned earlier that if you bring up parasites to the doctor, they usually laugh you out of the office, or if they do a fecal sample, they'll say that it's negative. Okay, so this is going to backfire on them. So now they're admitting that there's a thing called parasites when they're trying to push so much pharmaceuticals on us. Well, now everybody's going to run out and do a parasite cleanse, but they're not going to think, oh, these cell phones, these tablets, the Wi-Fi I've got all over my damn house, my Wi-Fi television and all that, and then you'll have T-Mobile dancing around to get you to go out and buy your 6G because it's so much faster, and it's all a sales ploy, but those aren't parasites. That's your 6G towers, and you're all being affected by them. Having a flop camera in your area is also putting off all of those. Oh my God! What? Whoa!
Where was it come from? What was that?
Wow! Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Mercury retrograde. That was awesome.
Seriously.
And that read in. Oh my God! What? Is exactly right, and that's what she just said.
Wow,
like,
that was...
oh my God, like, open your eyes, you know, you have to think much bigger. It's never what they say that it is, it's what they're not saying. So on top of it, with the parasites, I suggest everyone be doing a parasite cleanse. Every 6 months to a year to 24 months, you should be doing a parasite cleanse. If you live on this earth, you breathe this air, you drink this water, you eat this food, you have parasites. And 100% of all animal owners, 100%, not 99, not 99.4, 100% of all animal parents have parasites. So, for all of you who are talking about your cats, I got my dog out here, I got chickens, I get bit by mosquitoes because I live in a freaking rainforest. You got parasites. So, it's really good for you to cleanse your system every 6 months. Well, I do mine every 6 months because I'm out here and I do have a lot of health issues. So,
be careful with wormwood, though, dear. That's extremely poisonous.
Yeah, and I am willing to do it, and I'm happy with the results. I actually had a worm wave at me on his way down, and that right there was satisfying enough. I've done enough research and things like that, and where I'm getting mine is all reputable sources, and it's all trusted. You got to know where you're going and where you're harvesting. I'm not the one making it, but it's a woman that I absolutely trust, and I've seen the results, and I love them, and I feel better, the mind fog, and then not getting so swept up in all this fear. You know, like on every supplement bottle you have, it says it's not FDA approved and be afraid of it. It causes cancer. It's no more cancer than your pharmaceuticals and the things I won't touch.
I do not trust the FDA because they can approve of things that are absolutely awful for you. Then that's the first sign right there. They're the last people you should worry about. I don't look
Everything
at the FDA labels. Yeah, I don't even
when you look at some of these medicines, and one of the side effects is death, I think that's a problem.
When the side effects are a long list, and then they go, and then they end it with "and more."
Yeah.
I would have just rather find the what they call as an alternative medicine, and just do it my damn self. And I've healed myself more times with herbs than any of the help I've ever gotten from the medical industry.
You know, I wonder who that guy is at the end of the commercials that talks so quickly that has about 50 different ailments that could result of that medication, and they get it into 30 seconds.
And they put all these pretty songs, you know, all these little things about Ozempic or the rest.
And everybody's smiling, holding hands, and they're frolicking in the forest.
You could die.
They're so happy.
That's actually their way of trying to put it into our consciousness as well. By running these commercials over and over again about certain types of illness, so that these illnesses are in your head, and then you're going to think you have those illnesses, and then you're going to think you need to seek out the medicine for it. That's actually the sales pitch.
Oh yes, my nose fell off, but I feel so much better.
And also,
really,
Grandizer 12 says, Dr. Berg, popular doctor online, discusses about the effect of bad wiring has on the human body. He was sleeping against the wall and was having some health issues. It was the wiring. And then Carolyn Castro says, I tried the Orango and the black seed oil combo.
Yes, with the parasite cleanse, you should be doing like a black. Well, I'll be honest with you. I'll plug this business because she is freaking amazing. I trust her. I love her personality. I love her education. Healthprimitive.com. That's where I get my parasite cleanse. Shout out to Casey. She's amazing. And I love all of her information. And Dr. Berg, I love him too. I've learned a lot from him. Like I said, I only use doctors for the tests, and then I go back and I heal it all naturally. You should see the farm, FARM, Moseh that I have here at my house.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but let's go back to what you were talking about, death and digital creators too. And yes, Paul, you are absolutely correct, but you also have to look a little deeper on these digital creators. Once they start hitting like a lot of followers, this is where they're putting their life on the line, and a lot of them are also sellouts, because this is where big companies can start marketing through them. They pay them a lot of freaking money, and if they also try to go against whatever it is that they're supposed to be selling, because they wake up and realize that they're poisoning people, that can also wipe them out as well. So we do have to be really mindful about the type of people. It doesn't matter how many followers you have on social media. People use that all the time. It's the people who are being honest. All too often we're taking all these social media influencers information like God, and you have to look at like who the hell's paying them? Who's paying them? Like I just unfollowed some lady. She was funny. She was freaking hilarious. And then next thing I know, she's actually selling trizipatide or something, one of those Ozempic things. And I'm like, girl, you just sold yourself out. Done. Like, no, thank you. So, and she obviously just got paid to plug that, and then she had her own coupon code to use if you wanted to go and get it. So, yeah, I mean, you're gonna see now that Jupiter's in Leo, which Pisces and Leo rule celebrities. And being that Uranus is in Gemini, Uranus is digital. So you're seeing a lot of these digital creators with Pluto now in Aquarius that are being whacked. And you're going to see a lot more than that because Pluto's going to be in that area of Aquarius until 2044. Pluto's death.
Yeah, it's amazing because every time the news pops up on the internet and I'm reading it, there's some influencer over here got killed or something like that. It's like, what is going on? All these influencers dying.
Well, because a lot of them are talking about things that they shouldn't be talking. And I put air quotations when I say shouldn't be talking about. Well, it's like Charlie Kirk. They whacked him right there on national TV just to let everybody know, if you speak out of line, this is what we're capable of. That's why they make it national. I mean,
look what happened to David Wilcock.
Yeah.
What they're trying to do is they're trying to pull the threads of I guess if you want to use the term leader-led, because they know that things are coming up that would make all of us uncomfortable, and if we don't have, people out there to kind of help ground us, if you will, and say, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. We're going to be fine, and they want to shut those people up that tells us what's, give us an inkling of what's going on that is connected to, higher source and power in such a way that they understand and help us kind of navigate through it. And those who can are very good at that. They want to shut them up because they want us to be freaked out, separated, sprayed out, spread out. They want us to be, I guess, I don't want to use the term leadered, but they want us to feel that there is nobody to go to when shit hits the fan. That's what they're hoping.
We're in the same cycles that happened when Pompeii sunk and when Atlantis sunk. And we're also in the same cycle. Today's Alexander the Great's birthday. 2 days ago was Julius Caesar's birthday. And we're in the cycle that they had, their life cycles. Julius Caesar got all the way up to the top, and then what happened? He became Swiss cheese. Because on March 15th, 49 BC, I think it was, the senators had enough of him. He was too powerful for his own good, and his own people turned on him, and he became, now he became literally holy.
Well, look what happened to Jesus and his family. They went after him, you know. They didn't like him.
Jesus was the son, was from a family, he was from the house of David. And what happened was Herod Agrippa knew that that man was really Hebrew royalty, and Herod Agrippa wasn't. He was appointed by Caesar. So that was him and the Pharisees. If he didn't like, the Pharisees didn't like the way he was pushing things. He said, I came to fulfill the covenant of Abraham. I've come to fix Judaism. And they didn't want to hear that. They were all appointed by Rome. So he was going outside of Rome, and he was really Hebrew royalty. And Herod wasn't. Herod was appointed by Tiberius. So that was not going to work with them. So that's why he was removed, as it were.
Well, we're in the same planetary alignment right now, too, the Civil War. The Civil War.
Are.
With Uranus and Gemini, if you go back and look at the last transit of Uranus and Gemini, that was the kickoff of the Civil War. And I'm not going to say history repeats itself, but it sure does.
It does.
Boy, I'm telling you.
I want you to go back further, though. I want you to look at when Pompeii fell. And I want you to look at Atlantis. I know, Peace, that you're like me. You're a chronicler. And you are all about cycles. You're an amazing being that way. And I know you'll see that when you look into the cycles of time, that we are in a very interesting period right now, because we are in a period of what the Beatles would have called revolution.
Well, absolutely. That's Pluto in Aquarius. Aquarius is the revolution. Mm-hmm. That's where the rebellion started in the age of Aquarius. And
hey, remember, Aquarius was born in chaos. Yeah. When it started to dawn, it's the way it was. It's the same way when the Titans, like Saturn, Kronos, when they all broke loose from what was called in Egyptian the river of Nun, the river of chaos, the river of crazy, when they all started to come, and become powerful, and then all of a sudden, what happened in Greece was the Olympians said, now hold on here. And they put the people, the old gods, in the refrigerator and brought the new gods forth. And that's kind of what's happening now, too. There's an energy form that's waking up, that's brand new, but it's not brand new. It's being reborn, shall we say. Do you not agree?
Oh, yeah. We're already in the rebirth process.
We sure are.
That's already happened. We're already on the other side. That's why everybody's having such a tough enough time with this. And it is through chaos. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus. And they are both very chaotic, demonic placements. But Uranus is the planet of evolution. It's the shock factor, yes. It's the expect the unexpected. It's the only planet that cannot be predicted whatsoever. And so it comes as a shock to people, like something comes out of the